Hi YouTube, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing some World of Warcraft. We've not done some mount runs in a long ass time. We've got lots of raids and dungeons to run. We've got a lot of mount chances to go for. We've done pretty well with the 10.2 stuff. I think we've got a lot of the Emerald Dream mounts now. We're only missing a couple, I believe. So we're going to be going back to the old stuff and trying our best with some 1 in 100 drop chances, and maybe more if I decide to do the Mists of Pandaria world bosses. Then it's like 1 in 2000 still, or something ridiculous. I think they're a little bit better now, actually. But yeah, as always, like and subscribe. It helps out the channel, and I appreciate it very much. I love your faces, and I will see you in game. I don't know where my button is. I'm going to pause the recording. Unpause the recording. Welcome back. We're going to do some mount runs. Let's go. Where do we start? I think we start like easiest to hardest, right? So we're probably going to go to Dalaran. We need to run Nighthold, Antorus. No, not yes, Antorus. Thought Antorus was Tuma Sargeras there for a second. I get confused easily. But yes, Nighthold is always going to be the first one of the day. I think I turned my audio down a little bit for 35. I think that's what we had it at last time. It might be a little bit too loud. Who knows? The 19th World of Warcraft anniversary event is over now. If you went and killed the Doomwalker boss, you got this blue cold Deathwing mount. The Azure World Chiller. Which is nice because a few years ago, I think for the 15th anniversary, we got the Obsidian Worldbreaker, which is just basically Deathwing as a mount. Which they were a good bunch of mounts. I'm a big fan of this, and it will be, I'm assuming this one will be dragon riding or dynamic flight in the next expansion as well. Or 10.2.5 maybe. No, I think 10.2.5 is dynamic flying everywhere. And the expansion is the new mounts that can dynamic fly. I'm pretty sure. I might have that the wrong way around. Who knows? Like I say, we're going to start off with Nighthold. Going to dive down here. We know the drill. I'm rocking the old Vault of the Incarnates tier, the heroic stuff. That was fairly easy to get. It's my transmog today. I'm playing Frost DK currently. And I'll be real, I don't like how Frost DK is currently. In fact, I've got a lot of issues with Death Knights. I can't give up Death Knight because they've been my main for 15 years at this point. But man, Death Knights just don't feel fun to play currently. I've said currently like 7 times. I don't know what's wrong with them. I can't put my finger on it, just something feels very off. The damage feels low, even though I know it's not necessarily. It's just... I don't know, man. I'm like... I am level 450 something on my Death Knight. 455. Which is fine. I'm not going too hard. Not being into the normal raid. I've only been running looking for raid, to be honest. And I might start diving into normals. I could do with doing the 4 mythic dungeon quests this week, actually. But I've not got around to it. It's easy enough. You can just run Ruby Shrines, Life Pools, whatever it's called, four times. That's very easy. And it gives you a heroic piece of raid gear, which is nice. But yeah, my item level is low. I know that. But compared to my alts, like 455, I'm probably a good 20 to 30 item levels above my alts. And I feel like some of those classes are pulling... They have like bigger crits and they're pulling more damage than what my Death Knight is doing. It feels like a lot of Death Knight damage is down to cooldowns. Or like procs. So like sure, Chill Streak's pretty cool now I've got the 4 set. Chill Streak is very fun to play around with. But I feel like if you're either in Pillar of Frost, Trinket, or like Empower Rune Weapon to be doing your damage, you need like everything up. Or if you're like running an AoE build, you need to have your Abomination limb swirling around for your big numbers. And then you just sort of fall off outside of those windows. Which I don't think's fun. Like my Hunter, yeah, you've got Call of the Wild, which is a pretty good like 2-minute cooldown or whatever. But the damage you're doing outside of that time frame is still insane. And I think they've tried to fix that with Unholy Death Knight, but I've not been playing it that much for me to tell. Because apparently the same thing, you had to have your Dark Transformation Ghoul up, your Abomination Limb going, your Unholy Frenzy, whatever else you use as Unholy. And it was just like all your damage was in this 30-second window or minute window where you just had everything up. And then it just sort of fell off a bit. I think they've tried to balance that out a little bit more, but it just... I don't enjoy that kind of gameplay. And I'll be real, I've been really enjoying my Hunter, and not just Beastmaster, because I know Beastmaster was OP anyway, I get that. Beastmaster's fun. I don't really enjoy range classes that much. Beastmaster was good. But I've been kind of enjoying Survival. Survival Hunter's pretty good. I like Melee. That's a pretty fun time. And what else have I been playing? My Paladin pulls insane damage, and I've not even got proper gear on that. That's got, like, time walking gear on. And again, that's another class where I just seem to, like, throw a Hammer of Justice or whatever, and just big crits all the time. I don't need any of that. So yeah, welcome to Ben's Mount Farming and complaining about the state of Death Knight stream. I don't play it at a high level. I don't know how like Mythic Raiders feel about Death Knights. I don't like them at all, I think. 4, 3, 2, with still... I don't think Death Knights have changed much at all since Legion, really. And it was fine, because I do remember enjoying my Death Knight in Legion. But it was all new then. Unholy, like, got a massive rework. Frost sort of, like, got Remorseless Winter and all that kind of stuff. Well, that might have been Warlords, maybe. But, you know, it was still relatively fresh. But it's been 7 years since Legion came out. And the class feels the exact same, near enough. There's not much change to it at all. And like with the low base damage, it just feels in a really poor place. I'm really hoping, I don't think it'll be the end of Dragonflight, but it might be, they might just leave it for the beginning of War Within now. But I'm really hoping for Death Knight overhauls. Unholy has always felt okay to play. I do kind of enjoy that a little bit. But I think it could do with changing just a smidge. Frost needs reworking from the ground up because Frost just absolutely blows. And we got no mount from here. That's fine. But I think Unholy could do with... I miss Legion Unholy and being able to have a patchwork as your minion. That was so good. And I also think, much like Druid forms and Warlock pets, I think Death Knights, of all specs, because every spec can have the zombie, the Raise Dead. That is just a base spell. It's only Unholy where your zombie stays. It doesn't disappear after like a minute. But I think Death Knights need barbershop items for their ghoul. Skins, customizations for different models. Yep, you name it. Give me it all. And I know I'm feeling very entitled with that because I main a DK, but hey, we kind of need it. I kind of wish we were in a place where we could name our ghoul as well, if you like raising the same one. Like Warlock pets do, because you summon a specific one. I know DK lore, it's sort of a little bit different, because you're just sort of like, you're meant to be raising the dead from somewhere nearby. So it should be a different one every time, but what if you like raise it and you just call it the same name, right? I'm trying to think of a good example. Like, I can't think of a good example, and I don't know if the Witcher names every horse that he has Roach, or if Roach is a very specific horse. But imagine you just steal a horse as Geralt, right? And just no matter what horse you get, you just name it Roach. You could do it that way. It doesn't matter whose, like, body it is that you've raised from the dead. Just whoever it is, you can call it, like, Casket Head. Or whatever the zombie names are. But yeah, the customization would be kind of fun. And I won't stop screaming about this, but since Shadowlands invited the lore that Death Knights, you know Death Knight's blue glowy eyes? That's meant to be like the anima and the soul trying to leave the body, but it's been bound to the body that you're in. And in Shadowlands, we were introduced to the idea that anima can be different colors, even though it's the same thing. You had the Necrolords, which were green. You had Venthia, which was red. You had Kyrian, which was sort of like the original DK eyes in a way. Or it's, you know, I don't know. But I think Death Knights, and I know some people might be against it, but I think Death Knights should be allowed to have different colored souls. And like their eyes should reflect that. And I'm thinking, like, just even if it's like 3 options for Unholy Blood and Frost, that'd be fine. But I'd kind of like it if it was sort of Covenant based. So you've still got Necrolord green, you've still got Venthia red, you've got Kyrian or Ardenweald blue. But I'd kind of like grey smoky eyes. You know, if you were like technically aligned to the Moor. I know you can't be, but that would be kind of nice. I'd be kind of up for that. If I was good at art, I'd like whip up some concept art to see if it like was a good idea, but I'm not. So from here, we are looking for one of the most horrific mounts in the game. I have so many thoughts about this mount from this raid.
Target changed. 3, 2, 1. Target changed.
Da-ba-da. We're doing fine.
I've started my assault on the northern front. I'll keep their forces occupied so you can hit the priority targets.
So these guys, I don't know if you can tell, these are sort of demonic versions, but these guys here are a race called the Eridar, technically, but the exiled ones that you can play as become the Draenei. And these guys are like, they've got hooves, they've got sort of horns on their head, they look badass, let's be real. They look amazing. I love them. I don't have that many, though. But anyway... That's not what I want. What am I looking for? Amalgam? No. It's just... I'm Taurus. No, it's from Argus. Shackled Urzel. I think the many-faced devourer is like the rare spawn that's got the same model. So this guy here is just a load of Draenei bodies fused together and turned into a demon. And it is the most horrific thing. And it genuinely made me uncomfortable when 7.3 come out and I saw it in the mount log. I've got used to it now, and I think there is an essence to it that it is kind of cool. But man, that took so much getting used to. It made me uncomfortable in the same way that the old 2005 episodes of Doctor Who, the one with the gas mask child and the people. It makes me sort of that same level of uncomfortable. A lot of people say that the Weeping Angels were like the scariest episodes when they were younger, but I never felt that. I thought the Weeping Angels was such a cool villain for Doctor Who, but genuinely the gas mask child scared the living daylights out of me. And I would have been 12 when that came out. I would have been 12 in 2005. Oh, maybe 11, because it might have come out earlier in the year. This place is so dark. This almost looks Titanic in nature. I've been getting so disastrously bad. Like, well into Pyromancer's WoW lore videos again. Or speculation lore, anyway. And that guy has just got such a good creative thinking brain of how the WoW lore works, and I'd love every single one of his videos. He doesn't get enough credit for things like that.
Maybe the one place in the universe sacred to the Legion. Demons would pluck out their eyes.
Don't need to kill you. But yeah, he's like the one WoW, like genuinely the one World of Warcraft content creator that actually gets me excited about the game. And he took a massive break, because I think we all did, because Shadowlands was absolutely awful. And he moved to Final Fantasy, and he cut a lot of ties with like World of Warcraft. But he said now, like, a lot of his speculation is seeming to be coming kind of true, potentially. He's like well into the story again. And a lot of the issues at Blizzard have been sorted out, thankfully.
Phase change.
I think that was one of the main things. That's why I quit in Shadowlands. The Korthia patch genuinely is one of the worst periods of World of Warcraft that I've ever endured. And I say endured, I actually cancelled my sub and disappeared for a long time. Like I say, much like a lot of people did, and I went to Final Fantasy XIV, and that is a hell of a game. I love the story in that game. Here we are once more. Norganon. Hello, fellas.
4, 3, Range 5.
1.
Let the fury of the sea
Spread.
wash away this calm.
Rage. Alright. We don't need to let him turn red, I don't think. So we're after the mount and we're after our scythe. And I think we've got neither. We got some waking essence. I don't think you can get either of them from here. I think they're both personal loot, so they should pop up like after the boss dies. And we didn't get anything. That's fine.
I lend you my strength.
We get a nice little quick teleport back to Dalaran. Now the question is, where do we go next? It's usually the Battle for Azeroth Mythic Dungeons that we do next, right? That sounds like a plan. I'm just going to have a quick look. Emerald Dream. So we've been going like ridiculously hard here. You get that from questing. You get that from questing if you've not already got it off the trading post a few months ago. We got this guy, the Blossoming Dream Stag. We got Delusion. Evening Sun Dream Saber. Grove Warden, that's from a few years ago. Never mind that. We got this guy. We got this Dream Stag. We got Mammoth. Morning Flourish Dream Saber. Another Dream Stag. Salatrancer. This, which is one of my favorite mounts at the minute. I love this guy so much. He's on my bar for my other spec. I don't like the green color as much, but the blue wintry one, love it. Stargazer. Sun Touch Dream Stag. Alont. That's not from the Emerald Dream. That's from Time Walking. And that's from Dreamweaver Cache, and this is from the Emerald Dream as well. Still need to go back and do this. And A Little Hope is never without worth. I don't know what quest that is, but we need to get that one as well. And I think that's almost everything from 10.2, potentially. We've got the Mythic Mount, of course, which I probably won't get for a few years yet. That's in Zaralek. Oh, Glory of the Dream Raider. That one as well. That's a shop mount, and that's Shadowlands stuff that I don't want to go back and do. So yeah, we've got maybe like 2 or 3 more mounts that we could get from 10.2, I think. But we are mostly done. I'm saying that as if I was trying to achieve it. No, it was just mostly luck. To be real with you, I don't need anything from here. I could do with doing some more island expeditions. We could do the raid, but I need to go unholy for this place. You absolutely need a pet. But I'm going to do these in a weird order. I'm going to fly over to Freehold because that's the quickest of the mythic dungeons that we can run. Make sure it's on mythic difficulty. I think the quickest we've run Freehold in was like 1 minute 20 or something. It's honestly the quickest mount farm that you can do every week. I think. I don't know of a quick one, but there's a lot that I've not done in many, many years.
Wanning's Lodge is running behind on orders from the Admiralty due to some complications. Helping out should be simple for someone like you.
True. Always bad weather when I come over here. There it is. Right on cue. Nice bit of thunder. Might sound sinister of me, but I kind of wish lightning was a real thing in World of Warcraft a little bit. Like, to the point where it can actually strike on the ground, you have no warning, and it could just, like, instantly kill you sometimes. Kind of like in Minecraft. I think that'd be... Would it be fun? How do I bring up the... Ah, there it is. Show stopwatch. Right over my name. Let's see how quick we can do this then. So this is freehold. And maybe I'll make this into a little highlight video, who knows. But if you wanna mount farm for the parrot mount, shark bait, this is all you have to do. You have to go to freehold, which is in Tiragard Sound, and it's the entrance is here. You go in the dungeon, make sure it's switched to mythic. Don't want to see you not doing that. And you come in here, and if we start the watch in 3, 2, 1, just follow this path that I take. You don't go to the left. If you go to the left, that takes you to the first boss. You go ahead to the right. And this is the only place that can cause some issues. You're either going to pull that mob or not. If you sneak by him perfect, because you're onto a winner. You go over the bridge. And basically, we're just going to ignore every single mob up until we get to the last boss, pretty much. So you can go under this little hut here, just to avoid the patrols. You can fall down that little gap there. And jump onto this bridge. There's an invisible wall, so you're not going to fall off. Don't worry about that. You just keep zooming along. We're at 50 seconds right now. These are the other guys that you're probably going to pull, which is fine because you can ignore them. And this is a guy that you want to kill. And, I don't know, this should take you... That's a 1:05 dungeon run. And do we get the mount? No. So we'll be back next week. But yeah, that's how you run freehold in less than 2 minutes. For a chance at the mount every week. Hope you have good luck. Better luck than I, because I've been running this place for a long time now. But yeah. Let me know if you got it down below. This is absolutely going to be a highlight video now. What's that, 1 minute long? King's Rest and Mechagon, I don't really need to bother with guys there, because I don't think you can run it any quicker than what you'd think would be normal. Which one do we do next? I think we go and do King's Rest. And then we do Mechagon. Then we can Dalaran teleport back, go back to Borealis, then we can run the raid there. So we're going to be sticking around in this area for a little bit. which is nice. Battle for Azeroth had an incredible amount of problems, but the actual scenery level design and questing and stuff, I enjoyed a lot. I thought the world quests were kind of trash. I kind of wish we would still, in some ways, go back to having at least some. I think we do. That's unfair to say. I was going to say I think we could go back to like some of the Legion world quest stuff.
What can I do for you?
Where it was just like, hey, there's a big boss here. Do you want to kill it?
Be careful.
But I think we do have that now more in Dragonflight. I just don't run around and do world quests anymore because they bore the life out of me. I am very much looking forward to having dragon riding, though, in the whole world.
Open wounds. Put a stop to it.
It's a lot quicker than this. And they've said that I've got 666 mounts. That's nice and spooky. I think the last one that we got was this guy, I'm pretty sure. Oh, do I have this fish because I've got the, I think I've got this fish because I got the 6-month recurring sub, or whatever. Interesting. Right, we'll see how this goes. King's Rest. Not one of my favorite dungeons. I don't like running through this place. However,
To the tomb of the first Troll King. Wish I could be there to greet you myself.
what's it called? Who's the...
Root, binding the ancient spirits to the will of my master.
I don't even know the name of it. Hello? Who's the last boss in here? Desar. That's him. That's the mount that we're after in here. It's a mummified raptor. And I think it's one of the most amazing looking mounts in WoW still to this day. Ground mounts especially. But yeah, another one that we've been farming for a good while and I've still not gotten yet.
This temple is under Gahul's power.
I don't think those guys were going to spawn then. I got a little bit worried.
Interrupt.
Just a little bit.
Interrupt.
Right, they're dead. Now we've got to wait for the serpents. First boss down. Oh, I've actually got the dagger from here now. I might have run this place on my rogue once. Or somebody that can hold a dagger anyway. So I feel like a lot of this time I've been killing a lot of these bosses and it'll say you don't know this appearance.
Can't stand against the Zandalar.
because I'm always on plate character that can't wield certain weapons and stuff. But that's changing in the War Within. Part of the warband system, I believe. So yeah, if you like run raids, like if I run a raid on this character and a staff like drops, I can't equip it on this character, but it will still add it to my collection. So my characters that do have staves, they can use it, which is great. I think the only thing it doesn't apply to is like class tier sets and stuff like that. So Tomb of Sargeras is the most specific example I can think of currently. That will drop like tier cloaks and stuff, which aren't actually part of a tier set, but they are sort of bound to the class that it was designed for. So if I picked up the Paladin cloak on a Death Knight, I don't think that would count.
Interrupt.
But yeah, I'm massively going to look forward to running old raids again. I mean, I'd probably still do that in the meantime before the expansion comes out for certain classes. I'm trying to think of an example, but I know I need to run Nighthold on my Hunter, because that set's pretty nice.
Watch your step.
Thousands of years ago, a blood contagion almost wiped out the Zandalari.
But that's not bad, because that gives me a second chance at the mount anyway, so don't mind running that.
I'm sure it will have no problem disposing of you.
Oh, I forget these guys aggro. Okay, we can do it. Oh, hey. Looks like see that? Oh god, shut up. That's a mail item. Chainmail. And it says you haven't collected this appearance. If this was War Within, in theory, if I picked that up, it'd be like, oh, hey, it's in your collection now. Feel free to use it on your characters that can use it. Whoop.
This temple is under Gahun's power.
So it is. Oh, I gotta kill these guys, right? Never want to be hexed. And thankfully we can kill this guy over here in time now, because when I first started running this place, I don't even remember what expansion it was in. It must have been Shadowlands, surely. It would have been, right? Battle for Azeroth was before Shadowlands, yeah. So at some point in Shadowlands, it's become like soloable, but the big guy that we just killed here, he's got an ability that knocks you up, and you are sort of meant to stand under this door ledge to cheese it a bit. I didn't know that at the time, and he doesn't like, I don't think it kills you, but it takes away a hell of a lot of your health. And the mobs sort of hit harder back then as well, so you would tend to die and have to run back through. But yeah, we've had no legacy raid buff or loot changes to Battle for Azeroth yet, which should be due, I don't know, any time now, any patch now, in theory. Because they've always said they want to do it for like expansions that are 2 expansions old. And from what I remember, they're not like always 100% great at doing that properly. I think even the Legion buffs come in like super late into Shadowlands. Even though you could solo it before, but they've just made it infinitely easier. And we should be due that any second now for Battle for Azeroth. Because there are a lot of Battle for Azeroth raids that need 2 people minimum. There's just no 2 ways about it.
Silence, prophet of lies.
I'm thinking Mithrax, which is got a mind control orb that spawns on you, and if you get mind controlled, the boss just resets. So you need a second person there to not necessarily taunt it, but at least be there to be on the aggro table. Because pets don't work for that, unfortunately. However, as a Death Knight specifically, and I think you can choose it as a few other classes as well, possibly. Paladin might be even better, because I think you have 2 bubbles that you can sort of deal with it. But anti-magic shell works. So the first one, you can anti-magic shell through and it doesn't affect you whatsoever. And you just have to DPS him down quick enough before the second one happens. And you can kind of kill him as the second one is happening. So that's good fun. Anyway, let's kill this guy. Let's get a dinosaur, shall we?
Watch your step.
Yeah, let's see if we can leave here before the gate goes up. We can.
You have freed me from a cruel fate, but Zul is
Did we get him out?
merely a puppet and a lion.
No.
Even now his master gathers
Oh, well.
power. Zul will not rest until all the world is
At least we
in
get
blood
teleports
God's
back though.
grip.
That's nice. Never realized how dry my mouth is until I start streaming or recording a video and I end up talking for like half an hour to an hour. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Are we gonna go back to Borealis? Got quests over there? Huh. Interesting. And over there. I don't quite know how this works. Because the whole idea of going to the other continent is that you're meant to take a ship. And when you first start the quest for this zone, you go on a ship and you sort of you crash land over here. So that kind of makes sense because your ship's there in pieces and you like start to infiltrate the beach and everything. I think the teleport, the ship from the city, should take you here personally for whatever reason, but it's over here. And if you talk to this person, it literally says, oh, it just says take us back to Borealis, but she's the dockmaster. Is there meant to be a boat here? Maybe? Do we take the mole machine?
See you around.
I don't know. You end up on the boat, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I shouldn't be angry about it, but it does irk me a little bit. Right. So we want to be doing this raid, and we want to be in Unholy. And we want to do... Oh, in fact, should we do the LFR wing first? That's probably going to be easier. Well, it will be easier. Can just get to the point a little bit quicker though. So if you want to do LFR BFA stuff, you have to talk to this Tortolan.
But I do take golden interest in trade-ins.
And we want to do Might of the Alliance, I
Go back
believe.
and barter sometime.
I believe. Gotta talk to Anduin? No? Do we have to wait? I think we have to wait.
Jaina badly wounded. Mekatork on the brink of death. What went wrong again?
The attack on Zuldazar was a success, but the Horde caught up to us as we retreated.
We have a witness who survived the battle, my king.
The Grand Admiral fought bravely, as did the High Tinker. But the Horde attacked with such rage, such fury.
Champions, speak to the survivor. I want details on what happened out there.
I'll tell you what I know.
Let's go, dude.
I'll do my best to tell you what happened. It started when they saw their king fall.
With a Horde!
The Horde hoped to pin us between their pursuing champions.
Oh, I'm in my Mythic Plus build, that's fine for this.
But they didn't count on the High Tinker. He gave us help from the skies.
I have gotten an undead Death Knight over on the Horde realm. I do actually want to level up and sort of gear up a little bit. I am like Alliance through and through, but I did spend a little time on Horde in Shadowlands. Ooh, we got any... No, wand. We can take that anyway. That we've already got. Whatever. Yeah, we don't really need to go in single target spec for this. I think we're probably going to do... He's going to go into his immune phase anyway, so...
Shockwave.
That's not what I wanted to happen. There he goes. Okay, run away.
4, 3, 2,
We just got to wait a little bit. They do LFR a little bit different for this raid, because this is the guy that's meant to drop the mount. But the LFR wing makes you do this boss first. This LFR wing. You do this boss first, then you've got 2 more bosses afterwards. And in Battle for Azeroth, the problem was people would queue up just to kill this boss and then they'd leave if they didn't get the mount.
2, 1.
So instead of it dropping off this guy in LFR, they made it so it drops off the last boss instead. Which is a good way of making people stick around, but still kind of weird.
Watch your step. Phase change.
There he goes.
Shockwave.
Oh! Oh my god. There he goes. He gets in his little escape pod that takes off through the floor. Whee!
The High Tinker fought bravely. But in the end, it wasn't enough.
Pick up some appearances while we're here.
He had one last...
You'll probably see why people left. Because the mount did drop off that guy for a little bit, and they had to change it. But yeah, if you... We're going to skip a lot of the trash here, but if you look at how much trash is actually here, you'll see why people left.
Alliance hero down. But I want your blades soaked in Proudmoore blood. Move!
7th Legion fought bravely to get us out of there.
Hold this ground, 7th Legion. We need to get our ships away.
Those trash, they all run up. You've got to fight these guys.
I've got an arrow.
You've got to fight these things here.
We'll cross paths again, blind caller. I'll see you dead or in chains before.
Got to fight these guys here. This is actually where the first boss fight is of the raid. Because you play as the Alliance. If you're on Alliance, you just play as normal. If you're on Horde, it plays you as Alliance. I think. But yeah, the first boss you fight there. Frick, that's not what I wanted to do.
We're not here to taunt them. Focus on the rituals. We must ensure all our people make it out.
Oh, we will. Doesn't mean I can't enjoy myself while doing it.
Put a stop to whatever ritual those cult tyrants are attempting. Incredible blathering while you're at it.
So kill these guys. Dragon? Nope. The dinosaur should fly in. We take one of these. And this is the boss fight. The second one. So ideally you should be split up into 2 teams here, but I don't think it was that necessary. It was back then for sure, but I don't think they've like fixed it so you don't need 2 teams now. They might have.
Run out.
But yeah, just kill those 2 guys, and you fly in. You gotta interrupt that spell that he's casting when you get over here, because it will just one-shot you no matter who you are.
Your step. Help, sir.
But other than that, it's pretty easy. He's dead. Then if you really want to loot it, you can kill these enemies here, because you got to loot the chest that it drops. And that's mail. That's plate, I've already got that. That's polearm, already got that. That's a sword, already got that. And that's cloth.
That's when the troll princess returned. Blood in her eyes.
Gotta wait for a little bit of RP to take place.
Help! Bring us to the docks! What has happened here? The Alliance invaded.
And then we chase after them.
Killed our king. The wounded.
And we try and kill Jaina Proudmoore.
Take these Horde champions and pursue the murderers. Bring me the head of Jaina Proudmoore. It will be so, princess. Heroes, come aboard!
There was a lot of RP in this game. In this raid, especially. I remember the first boss that used to annoy me, and it wasn't even really RP, but like, you think Akama from Black Temple, you think whatever the Souls boss, the Reliquary boss was from Black Temple, and that wasn't even RP. That was more that was just like phase changes where he went immune a little bit. And Illidan, of course, I guess is the main one that had RP.
Join them. I have heard of you, Jaina Proudmoore. The little girl who betrayed her father and lost her brother to war. Failure is your family legacy.
If you know so much about me, Captain, then you would have been wise to run while you still had the chance.
You will pay for your crimes. All hands, attack!
And this is the final boss. You can probably see why going through like all of that. Why people sort of were leaving.
Phase change.
You really think I've been running, Captain?
Impossible!
I'm gonna fight our way through this.
Because out here, you have no hope of
I believe the original tactics were... like, you wanted to blow these up to get heat from the fire. Can I interrupt from here?
Phase 2.
Yeah, I can. Okay.
Fate now. Target you. Phase change.
Okay, so she's doing that phase already. That's not good. So when she goes into that phase, you need to break this wall because Nathanos is in an ice block. Then you need to free him. So he shoots an arrow at Jaina to stop her from doing that.
Run out.
This was a really cool fight. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this last time, maybe. That, actually, no, did I even stream? Have I even streamed this place before? Maybe.
Phase 3.
This was probably the last World First race that I watched. The one that I've just watched is the Emerald Dream one, and that was really fun. But this was probably the last one I watched before that.
Target you.
And we don't kill her. He teleports away. It is what it is.
And that's how it happened.
And again, I think that's a personal loot thing, so I don't think we got the mount. But we'll have a check.
Thank you, soldier. We will see that the
Mail. Trinket. That's fine.
Reward you enough for your service. No doubt the Horde will seek reprisal for their losses. We must make ready for what is to come.
That's us done. For that raid, anyway. We've got another chance at the mount. I think you can run it on every difficulty, but I really don't want to do that. I think you can do normal, heroic, and mythic. And I don't actually remember. I think I've been running it on heroic. No, I don't have any heroic pieces. No, I think it was just normal that I was running it on them. I'd like to run it on mythic because you can get this armor set, which I think is just so sick. Maybe one day. That's why we'd like the raid nerfs to come into effect. And the legacy loot buff to happen. But yeah, we're doing the exact same thing the long way round. Cinematic, we don't really care.
Our feint in Nazmir drew the bulk of the Horde's forces away from the city.
Secure the harbor and prepare to move forward, Spy.
So we'll see the first few bosses. We'll get up to the big yellow robot that we fought. And we'll actually leave this time, because I don't think I need anything from the last two bosses. We got chain leggings. Sick. Do I actually have those? No. I'll pick them up.
You trespass upon sacred ground, outsiders. You will not defile Zuldazar with your filth.
A troll paladin. Now I've seen it all. Protest all you want, but you appear to be outnumbered.
Delight of alone is all strength and face your fate for invading our land.
We might have a little bit of trouble, because I do remember having some trouble with some of the bosses in here. Do I need any of this? Dagger? No. Leather. Breath. I'll take those. I'll take cloth. We're gonna run through this way. Let the tanks sort of deal with everything here. They're all dead. Run through the crowd here. I think we have to kill these guys to move the RP on. I'm pretty sure it's just those guys, though. We've got a big-ass monkey. He'll come into play soon. This is a monkey, a giant gorilla that the Alliance tamed to be a weapon against the Horde. And spoiler alert, they kill it. This is the next boss. There's actually not a lot of trash, really. There's some. I think that's a fair amount of trash from the first boss to here.
Well, well. The Alliance's greatest heroes, stumbling their way into the heart of the Troll Empire. I fear we can let them proceed no further.
On my home world, I leveled countless light-bound foes. I have been eager to do the same to these arrivals of the Horde.
Then let us teach them a lesson, shall we?
You face the Dragon of Draenor! Burn to ashes! The element!
Attack bomb.
Can I kill before the teleport? Oh, no. They're both dead. Can they not actually teleport me back because they're both dead? Wait. I've just broken this game. This boss fight's not meant to go this way. I'm pretty sure it's like meant to knock you back over there. But if they're both dead... Ooh, interesting. I don't quite know how that worked. Leather again. A staff. That's pretty cool looking staff. Nice. I'll take more breaths of one someday.
The Zandalari deserve their fate.
Take out these guys at the top again. I don't know if this carries on the RP or if the boss just spawns in anyway. But hey, remember that monkey that we used to kill the Horde? It's dead now and evil.
He was a noble fellow who deserved better. Heroes,
And also, spoiler alert, this is where you fight the robot boss that we did earlier. Gelbin, Mekatork, in his little robot suit.
4, 3, 2, watch your step.
Plate will collect that appearance. Pole arm will collect that appearance. And more leather again.
We need these beasts knocked out of the air. Where is Mekatork with that new toy of his?
did someone call for an airstrike?
I don't know how to get by these guys without pulling them.
You have the coordinates, High Tinker. Fire when ready.
Stand back, heroes! I'll get you inside the pyramid!
Can I sneak by these guys? Should be able to. Thanks, Mekatork. And again, I think this boss fight actually got changed, because this boss fight, the gate's meant to be up here. And you're meant to split up in two teams. One team goes that way, one team goes that way. You're meant to fight through the golems and whatnot. But you can just run into the middle now. This boss hasn't been changed, however. Aside from that first bit, the actual boss part here is, I think he takes reduced damage, or health increased by 200, and I think that climbs up for some reason.
Run out. Run out. AOE incoming.
Yeah, this does a lot of damage.
Run out. Kill ads. Run out.
So yeah, he's got like double the health of the other bosses. What do we got here? Strength trinket, that's nice. Breath, cloth, dagger. That's an okay dagger. Very shiny. Got no crowns today. I've still not collected this yet. On each difficulty, it drops a different sort of colour crown. I do like the mythic one. That'd be nice to get one day. And it's sort of here where things get a little bit awkward. These next two bosses, I think, are the problems in this raid. I think we can get by these mostly scot-free. We might need to kill these guys to open the door. Maybe? I don't remember. Oh, I've pulled them anyway. Frick. So good. So good. This guy turns toads into toads. I think he brings them to life if you stand in the water. Right, this is the one that I don't like. This is the boss fight that really sucks. Like, genuinely sucks. So I need to take him off of follow. I need to put him on passive. And so Gonk and Paku are fine. It's the Akunda one that I need to be careful of. Or Kimball, actually. It's one of these guys that's stun, and I forget which one it is. Move away from allies. Akunda's Wrath. Electrifies. I actually don't know. It's one of them. Kimball's Wrath. One of them silences you, and I think it's Akunda. I think... Oh no, it's going to be her, the lightning one, isn't it? That makes more sense. So I'm going to let my zombie friend take that.
You cannot stand against the law.
Because the thing is, if these guys are stood next to each other, they take less damage. They're like getting invulnerability as well, so you've got to keep them apart, which is annoying.
Target you.
And I'm polymorph. That's great. We want to kill them. Kimball. Kimball's fine.
Target you.
We're polymorphed again. Again, fine.
Target you.
Kimball's wrath on me. That's fine. It's this gal that I need to be wary of. I need to anti-magic shell to avoid the lightning. Right, there we go. That's the awkward ones dealt with.
1. Stack.
Move to bird. Yes, I could do that, I guess. Oh, Akunda's wrath on me. That's not good. Oh, I think that wrath just actually radiates outwards. The orbs. That's not bad. It must be when they're just active that it can stun you. It doesn't stun you, sorry. It's, what's the word I'm looking for? It like disarms you for spells. Silence. There we go. That one's actually not too bad. The other one could be a little bit more awkward, this next boss. I still don't know how it works properly. Because regardless of what you do, you will get stunned. And he goes through a phase transition. And then after that phase transition ends, you've got maybe 15 seconds to actually kill him. Or else he just like instantly kills you. Right, up we go.
The throne room lies ahead.
True.
We have struck a decisive blow against the Zandalari. Let us hope their king chooses to surrender and spare his people
Right. Oh, what is this? Oh, sword. I've already got it. Oh well. That's the thing I like about Unholy. This Mythic Plus build especially. Once you get diseases and wounds on lots of enemies, and they all just start popping, and like all the damage just flares up. Oh, it's so good. So I think we have to kill these to activate the boss. Yes, we do. And our guys need to run in. There they are.
King Rostakon of Zandalar, On behalf of the Alliance, and in the name of King Anduin Rin, I hereby request your surrender.
You, an exile without a homeland, you dare invade these sacred halls and demand that I turn my kingdom over to you. The Zandalari built an empire that would endure for over 10,000 years, while your barbaric ancestors scaffolded in the dirt. We conquered this world. We brought it glory. You are nothing. Merely the latest in a long line of savages seeking to undermine our greatness. No, I will not surrender. Because no matter what happens here today, Zandala will stand long after your alliance has crumbled to dust. But if you are so eager to meet Bonsamdi, then step forward. The lower of death awaits. Zandala! Forever!
So be it. Heroes, you know what must be done.
Time to die. So yeah, the whole thing is he has like an invulnerability until he like zones in. So I think the way to play this is that you slowly like kill these guys, very, very slowly, and then now that he's sort of here, I think this is when you want to start popping some stuff.
Phase 2.
And this is the phase change that I'm talking about. You get stunned for like 10 seconds. One somebody comes in, and then you've got like 15 seconds after this to actually kill him.
Attack total.
Oh, charms. That's not what I want. I forgot the charm sometimes happens. So he's in phase 3 now. I think this is the one where he kills you. There we go. That was easy. I had a lot of trouble with that last time. Okay, Breath of Bonsamdi.
We can savor our victory back in Borealis. It's time to get our people out of here.
So they're the first 6 bosses done. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So the bit we just saw in LFR where we play the Horde, that's the bit we're at now. But we only have to kill Gelbin, or make him escape anyway. Because the mount should drop off of this boss. So we're looking at an hour and a half. Let's say, to be generous, about an hour and 40 minutes. It's probably going to be closer to just do Legion runs and Mythic, BFA Mythic Dungeons and BFA LFR and normal for this place. Is there a mount from... Is there another mount run we could do that I keep forgetting about? Because I keep forgetting that the Eternal Palace exists. Is there a mount from this? Is there a mythic one? I don't think there is, right? Oh wait, is there? There are companions. There's actually some fun transmog pieces. I actually like some of these. Not the armor sets so much. Oh yes, the shoulders. The new Garrosh shoulders. Of course they need to be run. Yeah, there's no... There's no mount to run for, but there are some decent looking transmog. And a mace. And a couple of companions, I guess, that we could go for. No two-handed sword. Is it just the mace that you can get? That's kind of weird. The swords are pretty cool, though. Not that I can run Mythic, anyway. I have to talk to the captain this time. Here is Tandred. How do you do?
I will honor my father's legacy. We will set things right.
Psh, psh, psh. Alright, we sail away once more. So the boat we're on now is the boat we chase when we play the Horde. That we did in LFR. And here's where the LFR wing starts.
King is only as noble as the causes he serves.
Jaina badly wounded.
I'll do my best to tell you what happened. It started.
You have to wait on LFR to talk to him, but on normal, it seems like you can do it straight away.
Between their pursuing champions and the forces holding the docks. But they didn't count on the High Tinker. He gave us help from the skies, while known forces aided us on the ground. Until the Gallywits showed up.
You think you're better than me? Let's go! Take the ball!
Oh yeah, they're having like a big anime fight up there.
Your intentions are still cut-rate trash!
Okay, so same again, but hopefully the mount drops off this guy.
Calculated your odds of survival. They are not in your favor. See how you handle this little gizmo.
Shockwave.
Oh, I kind of screwed myself there with Abomination Limb. Okay, he's flying off. This guy takes 99% reduced damage, so there's no point trying to kill him.
Watch your step.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my god, I tried to... There is another mythic dungeon that we can run, but it genuinely takes me about 40 minutes to run it. And that's just because of the last boss. And it's Tazavesh. You can run through the dungeon in about 20 minutes, but then you need like another half an hour on top of that just to kill the last boss. Because he gets to phase 2 and he does the same thing where all damage is reduced by 99%. And there's no way to do that without other people, I believe. So I could just get a group together and do it, or you can spend half an hour just brute forcing your way through that 99% damage check.
Phase change.
And that's something I wish they'd change. I think they should change that before even like the legacy stuff for Shadowlands comes in, if that ever does next expansion.
Shockwave.
I actually kind of can't wait for Legacy Shadowlands stuff. Everything sucked about Shadowlands, but like, some of the armor sets were really nice, so I will say that. Do we get the mount? No. No, we don't.
The High Tinker fought bravely, but in the end, it wasn't enough. Thank the tides, he had one last trick up his sleeve to carry him to safety.
Is there no way to, like, leave this raid once you're already in it?
I want to know two things. First,
I never thought about that. Usually when you go in the raid, you can, like, go back and... You can, like, go back through the portal and that. But can you on this one?
Alliance hero down. But I want your blades soaked in Proudmoore blood.
Genuinely don't know if you can, unless there's a portal up here once you start the Horde part. That'd be kind of nice. Or if there's like some... Oh, does this take you out of the raid? Take me home. Oh yeah, that's sort of your way out. That's nice. Okay, so that's going to be WoW for today, I think. 1 hour 40 on the dot, pretty much. Just slightly over. We might come back at some point in the week to do some more mount runs, or maybe like stick around for Mr. Pandaria World Bosses or something like that. But I'm going to be right back. I'm going to boot up Cyberpunk. We're going to play a little bit of that. And that'll be that. But yeah, thank you, YouTube, for tuning in. We didn't get any mounts today, which is sad. But we have been making progress in the background. And we are now on 666. So we want to get off that number as soon as possible, because we are cursed. Probably. Probably not. But anyway, we're going to try our best. I'll be back at some other point. Thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, liking and subscribing does help out the channel a lot. And I appreciate it very much. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a lovely whatever time of day it is for you. I'll catch you then. Bye for now. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.